Yo, how's it? I know, been a minute, but here I am. I'm gonna do a longer reading today. Happy new moon, happy equinox, happy astrological new year, okay? I feel like a lot of people just want to hear about love, which is crazy to me because obviously love is dope and all that. I love love, but there's so much more to life than like worrying about somebody else's energy versus your own. Also, the internet is a wild place to be. Yeah, like I've gotten a lot of crazy ass comments the last couple of videos I posted. So, if you don't want to be here, that's fine. Keep it fucking moving. You don't have to say your rude ass comments on my page. You can keep scrolling. Like, we don't need that energy here. Cause I'm sick of a bitch and a trick trying to tell me what's what on my page. You know what I mean? Like, and bitches is genderless. So yeah, but it's mostly fucking men. So anyway, let's go ahead and see what is this spring equinox bringing us? All right. Ooh. What is this spring equinox bringing us? I also have a gnarly sinus infection, so sorry if I sound a little congested. Let's see. Okay, so the Hermit, okay? So maybe you've been introspecting, maybe you've been going inward, maybe you've been feeling as though like in the winter time you went inward just like winter time represents, right? I hope you guys can see the cards. Yeah, all right, but so yeah, maybe during the winter you went inwards more and you were focused on yourself and like what you need to work on, what you need to focus on in order to blossom and bloom forward, right? Like the spring equinox brings blooms, depending on where you are. I'm gonna pull this one because it came out. Okay, Knight of Wands, all right? So right now, maybe you're feeling very energetic. You're feeling like you're ready to charge towards what you're looking for, towards your passion, towards the next adventure in your life, okay? You have that drive right now. You're really looking forward to moving forwards. Three of Wands is on the bottom, so you are going to get that progress and that expansion. And maybe your new horizons are coming, and obviously it's going to come with growth, right? You're having foresight to what you're about to look forward to, okay? Now you're having that confidence from hermit mode to step into that I don't even know what I just was gonna say. You built that confidence and grew into that confidence of stepping forward into what your next level is about to bring you. Okay, so this is an exciting time. The Magician, yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so your manifestations are gonna come true, come to fruition, whether it be in spring or coming in the summer months. But you are going to stay focused on your creative goals, your passions, like I said. You're going to have the willpower to use your resources to create within your abilities, right? And again, we are boundless. All right, so the Page of Cups is on the bottom. Okay, you're a dreamer. Maybe you're sensitive and you're really tapping into your inner child at the moment. Okay, and your intuitive messages. Okay, that curiosity is what makes your creativity that much sweeter, right? That curiosity of being a beginner, of starting something new, of coming into creation of something that maybe you never thought you'd come into creation. Hold on. There's a lady standing in front of my house. That's weird. Okay, maybe you're having an unexpected visitor, right? Because I have a random ass lady standing in front of my house for no reason. Okay, Two of Pentacles, right? So you have choices to make, you have decisions to make when it comes to this next step that you're about to take and grow into, like I said. So you have multiple priorities, but it's the balance. It's learning how to stay focused on what actually matters and persevering through those growth changes that is coming to you, okay? So Two of Wands here, again, with the choices and the decisions, okay? You're going to take those first steps into becoming what you want to become next, right? And you're choosing a path that represents your highest growth, that represents what you will no longer be carrying, right? So you are going to definitely step into what you want to carry, where you want to be, and the things you want to focus on. I feel that heavy in my life as well, so that definitely could be relevant. What is this bitch doing, bruh? Sorry, this is really irritating me. All right, what else? It's weird because I live off a really busy main road, so like that's why it's confusing to me why she's standing here. Like, are you okay? I don't. Yeah, like, what the fuck? That was so fucking weird. Okay, this lady, okay, she was running by, stops in the middle of the driveway. Like, I can't really see where she is, but I know that she did not come out on the other side. So it was like an optical illusion, right? And then, like, I'm sitting here talking about stuff, the reading, and then all of a sudden I see her sprint that way. So I don't know, maybe like forward momentum, and all these cards just flew out. Forward momentum is definitely relevant. King of Swords right here too. Let's see, what the hell does this say? Okay, Strength and the King of Cups. So you got two kings on the deck, okay? So I'm not gonna keep these, but I'm just gonna read, you know what I mean? Like, there's definitely truth and reason behind what you've went through when you're in hermit mode, okay? And that intuition and that balance you're looking for is definitely coming to you. Chariot, and it's coming fast. So be on the lookout, all right? Because opportunities, they come in all shapes and sizes, okay? Knight of Cups, again with these knights, okay? So again with your creativity, and maybe this is something romantic coming into your life, right? Something that you've been waiting for. You've been graceful enough to sit in this energy and be in this energy of waiting, not of waiting on a specific person, but on waiting to call in what you actually deserve in this life, right? Because why would we want to settle? All right, and again with the Two of Wands on the bottom. So the choices, again, choices is very heavy in this reading. I'm not going to pull that as two cards. All right, but again, that was the Two of Wands yet again. All right, so I keep shuffling this shit, and that joint keeps coming up. That is way too many cards, bro. King of Cups, again, Strength. So those three cards, okay, that's trippy. The three cards that flew out the first time are the same three cards that just flew out again, and then the Chariot is also on the bottom, so, whoa. Oh my. Four of Cups. Ooh. Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh. Okay, this made me really happy. And then you got the Queen of Cups on the bottom. Okay, so you are this warm, compassionate being. All right, you are caring. You're a healer. Maybe you're supportive to people around you in some way, whether that be family, friends, or your community. Okay, you are the people. You are the person that people go to when they need help. Or when they need empathy or advice or something like that in their life, okay? And this Nine of Cups, you just need one more cup to get to your Ten of Cups, right? So your wish fulfillment is going to come in. Your I can't even say, like, you know what I mean? Your recognition of your achievements, of what you deserve in this life, is coming in this next season, that you are going to carry with such grace and such passion. And look at her, she's just standing on the ocean, you know what I mean, with her cup. And maybe that's the 10th cup, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe the 10th cup to you would be romance, or would be fulfilling your career in some way, or making that creative decision, stepping out there in some way, putting your work out there, okay? So don't ever doubt the thought of planting a seed, especially when it comes to you or other people, you know what I mean? Planting seeds is a strong source of manifestation, right? Because we can plant a seed, or someone plants a seed in us, and then maybe we forget about the seed, right? Maybe it just takes time to grow through the winter, right? It needs to rest, and then when the spring and summer comes, it blossoms even more fruitful than we ever thought it would be. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Again, I'm gonna make this a longer reading because, like I said, I haven't been on here in a while. And I'm not sorry for that, but I do miss reading on here like that. I just, sometimes when I post videos and, like, I guess it doesn't get the reaction I'm looking for, or I don't even know, like, I feel like I put a lot of energy in the stuff I do on here, so that's where I come from when it comes to this. So, and again, you got the Secret Garden, okay? So again, isolation on the bottom. So don't allow your hermit, and I don't like the slander on of spiritual isolation or spiritual hermiting or whatever. It's really, to me, do whatever you feel you need to do, right? Like, if you feel you need to be in isolation, not to the point of, like, anti-socialism, right? Like, honestly, I hate people. Like, I get it. I don't like going in public. I understand. As a spiritual being, I get it. I truly do. All right, so just remember, your secret garden is sacred for a reason, right? Like, you protect your peace, you protect your garden, obviously, because you took so long to build up something beautiful within your life, and you're very cautious about who has access to that, and there is nothing wrong with that. But in this isolation card, you can see this person, or I don't know if it's a little girl or boy, looks very unhappy, and they can see the community on the horizon, right? Like, they can see all the beauty in life on the horizon back here. But, they're so focused on looking this way that they're not bothering to stand up and look over the mountain, over the struggle, over the hurdles, okay? So don't allow your isolation become a form of self-loathing, right? We don't want to stay in that isolation and make it seem like we're the victim in whatever we're doing. We have free will. We can choose. Obviously, there's things in life we do not control. And yeah, shit sucks sometimes. I get it. I get it. I told my cousin the other day I took a nap because sleeping seemed like the closest thing to death. That was a little dramatic, but I meant it. You know what I mean? So again, your joy is coming in, 42, so 7. 12 is here, so 3 could be relevant. That's so funny. I just said something about death and the death cards on the bottom, okay? So this figure right here, you are stepping into this divine being, okay? I don't know why is that a polar bear? I don't know what kind of bear that is. I've never seen a white bear that's not a polar bear. So it could be a polar bear, it could be other bear. But yeah, you're growing your wings, okay? Just as caterpillars go into their cocoons, just as I think moths before they hatch go into cocoons too. There's some type of caterpillar thing, but yeah. So you're growing your wings in this isolation right now, in this hermiting mode. So don't allow your self-loathing or feeling sorry for yourself or your situations and your circumstances determine where you're going next, because that's not what determines where you go next. What determines where you go next is the choice you make next. So again, you're gonna need all your strength to get through this, okay? And with that tiger there, yeah, you're gonna get through it. All right? And opinions. We're not listening to other opinions right now, okay? That's not what we're doing, okay? Because other people's opinions are fleeting, all right? They're a mad distraction. Love is on the bottom, okay? So love could be coming into your life. Hell, maybe you're showing yourself more love than you've ever shown yourself in a while. So again, I feel like all of this is very, very relevant to the spring equinox. I'm going to use this deck because it's very pretty and it reminds me of spring. So yeah, I'm going to use this deck as well. I forget what this deck is called. Something about roses. Look. I think I even mixed up yep, this is from the other deck, but the same author. So let's see this. Planetary Wave, Soul Mission, Trust the Inner Call, Soul Team, okay? So you're calling in your soul team right now, okay? That doesn't necessarily mean it's your community physically in the 3D, right? It could be your other dimensional family and soul tribe that you're calling in, but just know you are protected in these next steps you're going to take. This next venture you're going into, you are so protected. It's not even funny. All right, I feel like I needed to hear that as well. So that's funny. That's from a completely different deck. All right, this card flipped over. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. What did I just say? Okay, you are divinely protected. Look how protected this chick is in this picture, right? And I feel like the moon could be relevant. That looks like a full moon right there in the middle. Again with the wings, so you are sprouting your wings. Look at all these strong animals in the back too. You are so strong. Your ancestors are watching you so heavily, and they have so much strong protection around you. It's not even funny. All right. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle, okay? So just remember, you are the light. You are the light that people are seeking. Whether or not people are supporting you, whatever, it doesn't matter. I just got chicken skins when I said that, okay? So people supporting you is not the mission, okay? You finding you calling in your soul family is the mission, right? Okay? The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So you're crossing a threshold right now. And this is not for all 3D beings to understand, okay? You're crossing a threshold and you're being initiated for something way higher, for another level of consciousness of healing, okay? Woo, Lord. Transformation, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing, like I said, in those hermit modes, in those isolation modes, which are necessary for spiritual beings, right? There's a show I was watching, you know, she's from Jamaica, but like she spent an entire year in solitude. The only person she came in contact with was her grandma, who was like her spiritual teacher, right? So, and she wore white and she spoke to no one, she saw no one, she didn't, those spouts of isolation are so powerful because it really shows your true colors and like who you are in the thick of it, in being bored, in being isolated, in being alone, right? Like what are you calling in, and how are you acting? How are you accountable for your actions when it comes to something like being spiritually isolated, right? I don't know. That's just what I'm feeling right now. So let's see. I'm going to get a couple more cards and then I'm going to call it. All right. Yeah, this is 14 minutes. All right. Let's see. What else, Spirit? Oop, nope. Too many cards. One card at a time, please. Whoop, 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 whoop. Unfinished business, okay? 28, so 10 wild cards on the bottom. Okay, so you have unfinished business coming in, all right? You definitely have unfinished business coming in. And again, I feel like this is why you're being called to step back into hermit mode, into isolation, so you are able to see the bigger picture of what it is you're meant to do next. Oh my, oh no, that was so many cards. Know your worth, I saw it on the bottom, okay? Surrender. You need to surrender. You could be triggered right now. You need to surrender to what's coming next. Oh, that's all I know. Look, dream come true, 8. Oh my. Okay, and then love is on the bottom. Yo, I don't play. My spirit guys don't either, okay? So, and yours don't either. So, oops, too many. Optimism and love popped out again, okay? So be optimistic about what's coming next, all right? It could not look like it on the surface, but I promise you something great is coming, and it's really just a matter of time, all right? One more card. Oh, yeah. Forgiveness is on the bottom. Forgive yourself, yo. Forgive yourself for not knowing the difference. Forgive yourself for not knowing better in that time. It's just, again, with the triggered, all right? Money versus love. So you could very well be triggered right now. And again, that's what those isolation times are meant for. Hold on, big ass truck is going by. That's what those isolation times are meant for sometimes, right? Like communication. So communicate to your higher power, communicate to your higher beings, communicate to your ancestors, because they are listening, they are watching, and they are protecting you through everything that you're going through right now. I pray this helped, and I pray this, resonated with someone. I'll catch y'all soon. Peace.